and cooling needs. And right now, get up to $500 off a standby generator.
If you can't, we can. Michael and Son.
Crybaby politicians whining to expand Medicaid and Obamacare. More taxes, more spending. Let's say no. Siobhan Donovan, a doctor who's delivered thousands of babies, pro-life, small business owner. Siobhan's against expanding Medicaid, against Obamacare.
My opponents, all lawyers. Well, lawyers wrote Obamacare, and now crybaby politicians want to expand Medicaid. I say no. I can handle crying babies and deliver conservative results for you.
They say it's not the years of your life that count. It's the life in your years. And at Virginia Grand Driver, we don't want you to miss a minute of life, no matter where it takes you. But we do want you to live long, play hard, stay mobile, and get there safely.
Is your teen a smoker? If so, he or she may qualify for a local clinical research opportunity for children ages 12 to 16. Qualify, and your teen may receive investigational medication along with counseling and support to quit smoking at no cost. And you'll receive compensation for time and travel. You don't need health insurance to participate. Call now, 877-499-0555, or visit teensmokingtrial.com.
To give you the best forecast possible, we're hitting the streets to see what's important to you. And I'd like to know what it's going to be in the morning, if they need a coat.
If I need to wear a raincoat or a pack of umbrellas, looking for the high for the day.
I will be your ray of sunshine every morning.
Two sisters separated shortly after birth meet for the first time ever after winding up in the same college class.
Feels like a fairy tale.
Okay, Lizzie and Katie, different last names, met by chance in a writing class at Columbia University. The girl's mother put them up for adoption after they were born. Katie says during introductions in class, Lizzie's story started sounding vaguely familiar.
And then when she followed up with a rapid fire of like more detailed personal questions, like, were you given up for adoption in Tampa, Florida to a woman named Leslie? And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. The room kind of froze, and I just said, is this real life?
All right, so now both sisters have also made contact with their biological mother. Lizzie is graduating from Columbia today, and her sister and her mother will both be there.
Working for you. CBS 6 News at 5:30 starts now.
Now at 5:30, area students forced to forfeit their chance at a state title because the school bus didn't show up to take them. Tonight we find out why. Now this happened at the Environthon event for the team. Thanks for joining us at 5:30. I'm Rob Bazir.
And I'm Julie Bragg. Parents alerted CBS 6 saying this never would have happened with, say, the school's football team. CBS 6's Shelby Brown talked to students on the team and spoke to the superintendent to get some answers.
Those Nottoway High School students tell us they've been working hard for 6 months to qualify for this state Environthon competition. Many of them gave up part of their weekend to participate in the first segment of the competition. That was this past Sunday. They said they had no idea what was in store for them Monday morning when they showed up here at the school.
For these 8 Nottoway High students, it was their moment in the spotlight. Their time to shine at the state level in an Environthon competition. For months, they've worked on ways to protect the environment, addressing critical problems scientists tackle every day. 10th grader Jacob Smith says what he's learning in the group has piqued his interest in that career.
Well, there's always a need for environmental scientists and stuff to make sure that the planet's here for us to live on. So it definitely is something you could use in the future.
Smith and 7 others were excited to qualify for the state Environthon competition at Longwood, setting their sights on a victory and a shot at a national competition. An opportunity blown, Hunter McCraw says, when they missed the second day of state competition.
We were waiting for a little while, and then one of our teachers called the bus shop and She said that there was no buses for us to go on.
By the time we found out that they didn't have the bus, most of the parents had already dropped the kids off and left. So there was no way that you could talk to the parents and say, hey, let's just drive them ourselves. You know, most of them had to go to work.
A huge disappointment even for those who didn't have students involved.
It's disappointing, but don't give up. It was a bad break. It was an unfortunate thing that wasn't foreseeable. But we still love you, we still support you.
Nottoway's superintendent told CBS 6 he's deeply sorry they were unable to participate, saying, quote, we did not have a driver available due to illness, end quote. An unfortunate situation the superintendent promises won't happen again. The parents say they just want the students to know they're very proud of their efforts. Students tell us they plan to work extra hard next year to bring home the title. Working for you in Nottoway County, Shelby Brown, CBS 6 News.
Sunshine out there when Shelby was in Nottoway, but Rob and I both said earlier we left home for work and it was sunny, and then we hit a real downpour.
Yeah, it changes very quickly over a very short distance, these isolated thunderstorms we have. Here's one out there at Charlottesville Airport, a little south of Charlottesville. You see a lot of heavy rainfall. Well, sunshine over there on the left side or south side in this particular vantage point. Let's check out radar here, and you can see a lot of activity up in the mountains, and there's that one shower near the Charlottesville area. But for the rest of us, it has been very widely scattered. Again, we had one heavy downpour here in the metro. That was about it. You can see this heavy rainfall here a little bit northeast of town. This is going to be out in King William County, a little shower right along 360, not too far away from Central Garage. And then also one a little bit north of West Point, north and west of West Point. And it's going to be right along the Mattaponi River, coming on down right into West Point, right along Route 30, some heavy rainfall there. As of right now, no lightning, and there has not been any severe weather for today. The atmosphere is not set up for that. It's full of heat and moisture, but no wind shear, so any risk for severe weather very low today. Cold front, you see some showers developing along that front. That will not come in until tomorrow night, so we've got one more hot and humid day to get through before we see a nice break in our temps. And tonight, it's going to be another warm and humid night, slight chance for some storms continuing. We'll talk about the break that we're going to get and what's in store for the holiday weekend straight ahead.
Thanks, Zach. A grand jury has convened in the case of a New Kent restaurant owner accused of viciously attacking members of his family. Sheng Ji Jin is facing several counts of aggravated malicious wounding after police say he attacked his estranged wife. Investigators say it all started with an argument about money that took place at the family's Chinese restaurant in the 2500 block of New Kent Highway back in January. Prosecutors say in addition to hitting his wife and brother-in-law with a hammer, he allegedly hit them with his car. Jin is being held without bond.
Developing now, fire investigators are still trying to figure out what caused this fire to displace of a family of 5 in Henrico. A couple and their 3 children escaped this burning home early this morning in Verina. The fire started at the home along the 7200 block of Alvis Court shortly after 1:30 a.m. The family of 5 was able to make it out safely because of a smoke detector.
Husband ran downstairs. There was smoke. I stayed at the top of the steps. He said, everybody out. And that's when I said, Jason, Joshua, Justin, everybody out. And they just woke up and they knew what to do.
The McKenzie family met outside at the mailbox like they had practiced in their fire escape plan. A GoFundMe page has been set up to raise money for the family. And developing out of Washington, D.C., where police have asked the public for help with an arson and murder that took 4 lives in one of the area's most affluent and close-knit neighborhoods. Police released this surveillance video showing a man they call a person of interest. Investigators believe he may have taken the family's Porsche, driven it from their home in Washington to a church parking lot 13 miles away, and then set it on fire.
New evidence reopens the murder case of a baby boy in Gloucester County. Prosecutors say they now have proof the child was neglected before he died. But the man and woman accused of killing their son say they're not guilty. Marissa Jasek reports.
Prosecutors say they now have evidence that the Gore's second child, 7-month-old Connor Scott, was severely malnourished when he died. That's new information the Commonwealth says they have from a forensic anthropologist who found that just like the couple's daughter Allison, Connor was neglected. Connor's remains were found in a wooden box in 2011, buried underneath the Gore's backyard shed. Connor was discovered after investigators found their 6-year-old daughter Allison naked, filthy, and living in a makeshift cage. She was so malnourished, she weighed only 15 pounds and started eating her own flesh and feces to survive. In 2013, both Brian and Shannon were sentenced to 30 years in prison for the child abuse. Today, they were back in court, this time accused of killing Connor. The couple will be back in court here tomorrow morning.
And that was Marissa Jasek reporting. New information, a presidential order will keep military-style equipment out of the hands of police agencies across the country. President Obama today announced stricter federal controls on weapons and gear distributed to law enforcement. This comes in the wake of the riots in Ferguson, Missouri, where police and body armor used armored trucks to break up demonstrators. A report by an interagency group found there was a substantial risk of police misusing or overusing items.
That's right. We have the latest on a driver who slammed into the back of 2 police cruisers and a string of home break-ins. Candace is here with today's other big story. Candace?
Yeah, the person driving that car was driving an SUV, actually, and like Julie said, slammed into the back of 2 state police cruisers. The troopers were on the side of the road helping another driver when all of this happened on Saturday. They say the driver who hit them was 28-year-old David Robinson Jr., and police say he was on probation and driving without a license, and they say he had 3 kids in the car with him, and they were not wearing their seatbelts. Richmond Commonwealth's attorney Mike Herring is launching an investigation into the city's former narcotics officer. Jason Norton is accused of being less than honest when asking the court for search warrants. The investigation involves hundreds of cases, and more specifically, 17 people who are still in prison. And in Chesterfield, people are investigating a string of home break-ins in the Rivers Bend neighborhood. People there say thieves have been breaking in through windows and busting through doors to steal everything they can, including jewelry, electronics, and cash. Homeowners are on high alert, and many of them have started installing alarm systems. Make sure you join us for the news at 6.
Thanks, Candace.
Talk to you at the top of the hour.
New at 5:30, we posted a poll on our website to get your feedback on a story about a controversial mural being painted on an adult store in Richmond, and the results were possibly unexpected. On Friday, we talked to people who were concerned that this mural of a female woman, obviously, feeding a purple beaver an apple is going to attract children and or pedophiles. It's on the side of the Taboo store on Midlothian Turnpike. Well, more than 1,600 of you have voted on our website, and the verdict is in. 90% of people who took the poll say that mural is totally fine. You do have to be at least 18 years old to go into the Taboo store.
America's first inner-city middle school cycling team has been introduced right here in Richmond. 8 students at Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School make up this team. UCrop's Dress Express donated $25,000 to kickstart this new program by Richmond Cycling Corps this afternoon. The funds will be used to buy 7 mountain bikes, helmets, uniforms, and other equipment for participating athletes. And if you checked out Dominion River Rock this weekend, you weren't alone. That's awesome. More than 100,000 people checked out the Outdoor Sports and River Life Festival, tying a record. The event featured events like rock climbing, kayaking, the dogs are awesome, a mud run, and lots of music. This is the 7th year the event has been held out at Browns Island.
That one dog just kind of jumped.
Yeah, he didn't really have a lot of lift. No, but he went in there for the water. It was hot.
I like it. I like it.
Well, it's a close call for these passengers after a train slams into the bus they were on. How they were all able to walk away from this crash. And a new study shows your kids may not be getting enough exercise. How much daily activity researchers recommend that young children should get.
Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch.
Some funky moves. Whitey's Chesterfield students and staff members are jamming out to some Uptown Funk.
I'm Rob Cardwell, and today's Student Spotlight featured some kids using fun to get ready for the SOLs. Students here at Glen Lee Elementary School in Henrico recently held a pep rally to prepare for the standardized tests. And it featured music, a dance-off, and performances. And look at this, some lucky students honored for their strong work ethic got to smash their teachers in the face with a pie. And you can find others in our Student Spotlight online at WTVR.com.
On the next Access Hollywood, my exclusive conversation with Kim Kardashian. Her plans for more babies, helping her younger sisters Kendall and Kylie navigate the pressures of fame. Next, Access Hollywood.
Tonight at 7:30 on CBS 6. J.D. Power has ranked Window World highest in overall customer satisfaction with windows and patio doors for 2 years in a row. Beautiful, energy-efficient products, award-recognized customer satisfaction. Window World, simply the best for less.
We're repaving the lots at Priority Toyota, Nissan, and VW, so we're having a paving sale. Because the more we sell, the fewer we have to move again and again. And we're paving the way to huge savings with 20% off a large group of new cars and trucks. Yes, 20% off Toyotas, Nissans, and VWs. Plus no payments till Labor Day. And priorities for life on everything. Hurry into the paving sale at Priority Toyota, Nissan, and VW.
Your house?
Yeah. Once.
Breyers, the good vanilla. We're proud to announce that our milk and cream come from cows not treated with artificial growth hormones.
Watch Fix It and Finish It, the home makeover show starring Antonio Sabato Jr., weekdays at 12:30 on NBC 12.
It's a good time for a great deal at the Toyota Time Sales Event, but it all ends June 1st. Visit your Toyota dealer today.
Now buy a RAV4 with $750 cash back or 0% APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
Tonight and tomorrow, it's the Voice Live finale event.
You are a superstar.
Sawyer, Megan, Joshua, or Corinne, who will be the voice?
For me, you've already won this thing.
The Voice finale live tonight and tomorrow here on NBC. Get ready. The biggest stars are coming together in a benefit for children in the U.S. and around the world.
All people see is this nose. I haven't worn pants in weeks. Nobody noticed.
Thursday at 8 on NBC.
Don't worry, honey. I've got Mr. Biggles. He's safe and... Oh, ow!
Go to your happy place, Daddy.
Happy place. Happy place.
When you bank with Union, it just feels good. You get free checking, there's no minimum balance, and no hidden fees.
I feel good.
Cute cat.
Do you need help getting down?
I got this.
When you're ready to feel good about where you bank, bank at union.com.
It's a good time for a great deal at the Toyota Time Sales Event, but it all ends June 1st. Visit your Toyota dealer today.
Visit viatoyota.com for incredible deals, including 0% APR on 9 models. Toyota, let's go places.
1 in 4 people has some form of mental health disorder. But feelings
Yes,
of
they
shame and
do,
embarrassment
right here in the
keep
city
them from being
with you.
treated. Don't suffer in silence. The mental health treatment providers from Virginia Home for Boys and Girls, they're here tonight, and they can help. The number 345-1212.
Dramatic cell phone video captures the rescue of 3 people seriously injured in a fiery head-on crash in North Carolina. An Army captain is the hero in this story. He's the man in the red T-shirt you see pulling the driver of a red sedan to safety. Steve Vogelsen used a fire extinguisher to break out the windows. It was completely random as to how he got on the scene. He was actually on his way to the mall when he saw an SUV slam into the sedan. All 3 involved in the crash are in the hospital with serious injuries, but they are expected to be okay.
We all get annoyed by noises at times. Maybe it's a song on the radio that you can't stand, or that person that you have in the office with an obnoxious laugh. But what if certain sounds actually make you angry and you're unable to think about anything else? Doctors say it's a medical condition. Tonight, new at 5:30, Sarah Bloom takes a closer look.
Paul Dion doesn't just play the keyboard for fun. It's also an escape from sounds most of us probably don't even notice.
Mouth noises like sneezing, coughing, chewing, those are the types of things that I can only hear for a few seconds before I react very strongly.
Paul has misophonia, a condition that causes a person to have a negative reaction to certain sounds. Audiologist Gwen Candela says misophonia is different than more common sound sensitivity or a ringing in the ear.
Misophonia is really thought of as a hatred of sound, but it's not just of any sound, it's of very specific sounds that we refer to as trigger sounds.
A person's reaction to trigger sounds can vary in severity, from feeling anxious and tense to full-blown anger. Candela says the research is lacking and it's not known exactly what causes the condition. The average age of onset is adolescence. A person with misophonia has normal hearing. It's their reaction to certain sounds that's heightened.
Some people, we've even seen some physical traits that can happen. Their jaw will tighten up when they have or experience a trigger sound.
The most common trigger sounds for misophonia are bodily noises like chewing, finger tapping, even breathing. Professor Auga Mueller has been studying the brain for decades and believes that a person with misophonia cannot help having a strong reaction to certain sounds.
I do not think a person can
change it, avoid it, or overcome it.
Unfortunately, there is no real cure for misophonia. Paul just hopes awareness and research continue to increase.
I wish people would have an understanding that misophonia is real. It affects people very strongly, and it can really affect their life negatively.
Sarah Bloom, NBC 12 News.
Paul runs the website misophonia.com. He also has a Facebook support group where people with this problem can share their experiences.
Well, is it possible for a hacker to control a plane during a flight? One man says he did it. Cybersecurity consultant Chris Roberts claims he hacked into the computer systems aboard airliners up to 20 times and even managed flight controls. Roberts tells the FBI he used a modified Ethernet cable to connect his laptop to an electronic box underneath his seat that controls the entertainment system. From there, he says he hacked into the plane's computer nerve center. A lot of people are skeptical, but the FBI says it is investigating.
We're down to the final four on The Voice, and by tomorrow night, there will only be one singer left. 16-year-old Sawyer Fredericks has been the front runner pretty much all season long. He's on Pharrell Williams' team. He's coaching another team in the finals as well. Adam Levine and Blake Shelton are coaching the other two. The finalists will perform 2 songs tonight, including a brand new original song. It all starts here at 8 o'clock on NBC 12.
Accurate, reliable, trusted. Central Virginia's weather specialists. This is NBC 12 First Warning Weather.
In our NBC 12 Skycam, we have a nice view there of downtown Richmond. Those cumulus clouds building this afternoon, producing at least some spotty showers. And
John, now for a check of the forecast, wouldn't be so great to fly out there in some of those storms we have throughout the day.
A little bumpy in a few spots out there, but boy, what a way to avoid the traffic jams on the highways. Here's what's going on for us. We've got a front that's to the west of us, and it's kind of stalled out a little bit, taking its time to come our way. It'll pass through here tomorrow. Behind it, nation's midsection, some really nice midweek weather with one fly in the ointment that's headed our way. A lot of storms down to the south, a lot. Taken over on the map, but we have widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. They're a little more concentrated in the western part of the state, and some pretty good ones coming out of West Virginia towards Covington and
George County, just south of
Rampart, we have a possible
That's why there's Endurance. With an Endurance Vehicle Protection Plan, your repairs are covered, both parts and labor. So if your radiator blows, or your clutch goes out, or your engine gives up, you won't be stuck holding the bill. You could save thousands.
So I don't have to teach karate now?
You don't have to teach karate. Remember, insurance only covers you when you're in an accident. Endurance is the other half of protection, covering you when your car breaks down.